The punter and kickoff man Sam Martin to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This one fielded at the 5. A throw out wide to Woods, complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and the single gold stripe running from front to back. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Of the football. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
A first down carry for Barkley. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. They'll run it again with Barkley. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
Hurt! Right there, hurt!
Up the middle with Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
On first down, this is McCaffrey, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. The slot man in motion right. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On second down, McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Our first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now first and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A.J. Dillon from 17 yards out. And the Jags are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a first and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Here's Huntley. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Seven, our score after 1. They'll break the huddle, come up on second and 8 at the 27-yard line. Barkley, inside handoff. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
60 devices. Nothing 19.
To throw, Huntley. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed on that route. He's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. They're no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Jags grab it. Escapes the defender. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian McCaffrey. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it's now 21-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Dillon now off the option. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 64 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking at mid-season form here in the opener. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a fumble or an interception, before you go out, you get together as a defense to go sudden change, keep your poise, be ready to go.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Huntley to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll look to throw again. Here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, here's Watson. Open man right side is St. Brown. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley, and able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards that time.
Ready?
Back to throw again. This one brought in by Jefferson. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They run with McCaffrey off the option, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Watson. And he will slide down with a good gain. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, smash Bronco! 70 Timberwolves. Big Lion. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Ready. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
To throw on third down, Huntley. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. McCaffrey on the counter, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
In motion comes the tight end left. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats show him reaching at a top speed of 20 miles an hour. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They give to Dip and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. Up and good for Santoso. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, actually, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
Let's go now. Pass the 60. Pass the 60. Hurt. Buffalo 18. Trap 60.
On 1st down, Huntley to Barkley on the check down. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Jaguars are going to take over here up near the 40. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the Commaners' 47-yard line.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. We know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that